Hey, what's going on? It's your boy B Berg. Definitely want to drop a shout out to man Tariq. Man, I see Tariq is finally adopting the term, the DOS term. So definitely that's a big lift in the movement, and to really get this self identification and self claim that what we are. Also too, it's a lot of things going on. I mean. Listen to Jason Black's broadcast. It was live. Talked to a white supremacist. Very interesting how the deflection was coming, but that's how you handle it. But yeah, I definitely want to definitely just shout out for the Vet Tone Talk. I'm Murray for basically putting that the Black American DOS movement really on the map, you know what I'm saying? You got Tariq now kind of like using it and using that term, so definitely that's a big shout out to him. I really want to drop a little bit what's going on, what we facing. I think there's a new wave of Neofascism that's taking place. Now the thing about it, fascism never really left. You know what I'm saying? Fascism never left. It always been in the fabric of many society. That's come from Europe origin, or that Europe is also a spin-off of Roman origin, and it kind of go away to the old civilization of the Etruscan civilization that was predated Roman. Actually, Roman come under that civilization. And the thing about it, the neo-fascism is very more an authoritarian. It's more assertive. It's more dangerous. It's more propaganda. It's more control. But it's more of a national push, a national society agenda, nationalism. That also rooted in Northernism as well. And I think a very very disturbing trends going on. And I know a lot of people really don't know this, but Brazil is about to be something like nothing else, like nothing that nobody never thought might happen, but it's quickly spreading. If there's a guy that just won the presidency in Brazil. His name is Jair uh, Bolsonaro, and he's a white hardline extremist. Actually, the guy is dangerous as hell. He was actually part of the military. He was a chief of the law enforcement there. He basically held the death squads, and he basically supported tens of thousands of people getting killed, murdered, disappearing. He talked about the eradication of indigenous people. He's talking about eradication of African descent people, or even to a point of genocide. You know what I'm saying? He's really support genocide. He's more about dictatorship. It's a very extreme. It's going hard to the right. It's not even almost. It's no longer democracy he's supporting. It's strictly dictatorship that he's pushing. But he's pushing more of a Hitler Nazism type of reform of the country. You know what I'm saying? Also, he wants to really, in a way, change and reform the constitution of democracy into his favor and his party favor. So, and especially it's not just them going into a society change and a nationalism, a frame of change, and they're putting democracy to the side, but they're also bringing in the business aspect, and this could be very dangerous. As you know, Brazil was the last country in the Western Hemisphere to actually abolish slavery. I think it was 1883 when they abolished slavery. And if you ratify the Constitution or even get rid of the old Constitution, and you have a fascism nationalist approach, and the way it's going, you can actually, if they want, that business spearheaded. It's a lot of the elite class is a spearhead. Now the poor, I don't know why they voted, but I think because he said he's more of a law and order, so I think the poor, because they had over 60,000 murders, but majority, like 75% of those murders came from the law enforcement. So it's like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're poor and all the police are doing most of the killing, why would you vote for a guy that want to put more police and give them more power to brutalize you, torture you, and even kill you? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And so right now, you know, like Brazil could be headed to a path of dictatorship, fast track 1.0. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare that guy to Trump. But everybody say they compare him to Trump. Trump is even how radical you think he is. He's still enact policies that's still in a bound of laws of the Constitution of the United States. This guy is trying to get rid of the Constitution to put his own law into. You know what I'm saying? So you can't compare that. You can't compare it. But yeah, definitely gonna be. Now I knew a lot of black people, myself included, you know, long time ago before this pro-black empowerment, DOS, and etc. I wanted to go to Brazil because, you know, you see the fine women. It was kind of like 50% of the population have African ancestry. So you know, plus you think you get treated better. That's not the case right now. I mean, right now it's about to be whitewash out there. It's about to be a slaughter out there. You know what I'm saying? Not favored for black people at all. So if you are a black person, and you're going to Brazil, you're not going to get a very unwelcome over there. It's going to be very hostile, very hostile. So, I mean, just let you know what's going on in the world. I mean, black people, like I said, been getting genocided for centuries, tortured, enslaved. So, like I said, this is a new process of and new verges and new pathways to other race wars that's going on. Because basically, that dude declared a race war on any non-white Brazilian. Any non-white Brazilians basically got declared war on with that election. They don't even know it. It's almost like they voted their own death sentence. It's like you gave the man that don't like you a loaded gun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, definitely have to watch out for that. But yeah, I definitely want to just let it be known what's going on right now. This fascism is not populist. I mean, populism is more of a strategy and somewhat of an agenda that's being put in place. Now, both do have an agenda, but it's more of a strategic thing to try to push certain policies on that you might want your country to go in the right direction. But a fascism is more based on authoritarian and nationalism. And nationalism sometimes is also go hand in hand on ethnic and even to racial loyalty and lines and a cultural stance of what you want your country appearance to be in culture, society, and etc. So this is very dangerous, a movement and an era that's coming up, and it's spreading through Europe as well. So it's definitely something to really look at what's going on around the world, even here. I definitely want to know about I'm definitely going to look in more about that North New Jersey water crisis. I'm kind of a little wonder what's going on with that water crisis, especially that's Cory Booker's area. If I know he was the mayor there like a year or two, you know, a mayor over there. So why he left office, they have a water crisis. That's my answer. And why nobody ain't really doing nothing. But same thing, why they ain't doing nothing for Flint? You getting all these contamination of their water, and you know, I mean, other cities going to be affected too, or what's going on with this? Like I said, a lot of different tactics, a lot of government reform, and I'm telling you, it's not heading good. I think it's a rise of a brand new um, social construct of what a country or government society should be. And I think fascism is going to be the next thing. So black people, man, I mean, we're heading into a race war, if you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just get ready, all right? One.